that girl. I'm that guy. Like I'm
Uh-oh.
really somebody who needs.
The Naked 8. Y'all. Oh, I'm gonna shut the door. You know I gotta shut the door. Damn ghost is coming in. My ancestor just said, my ancestor just said, my ancestor just said, call somebody. My ancestors be wild, though, bro. I can't never repeat what they say, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. They called some group after me, the Naked 8, like the number 8, the Naked, the Naked, the Naked 8. Anyway, um, darn, I got on here to say something. I know I gotta get off these women tarot, bro. I gotta get off of them. Women tarot. That's what I was gonna say, y'all. When I get out of this situation, and I can talk to y'all in a private, more private setting, it don't matter what race we is. It just need to be certain group of people here then. But I'm gonna tell y'all something that goes on in the astro that's gonna give everybody a peace of mind. And I know it seems strenuous. I know it seems strict. And a lot of people that's truly elevating, one of their main questions, and which is a hard question to answer, is that how can you enjoy life and walk like Jesus Christ? That's the beauty in it, though. That's the beauty in it, and it is so hard to explain. I know I try to explain it, and I'm probably gonna try to explain it now, but it's unexplainable. You gotta understand as you elevate. It's like I said, you got a group of people. You got a group of people right here, and then you got a group of people right here. These group of people are up here, but you can't look at the finance. You can't look at what they got on. It's like you gotta imagine yourself being in a middle class, even if you is in poverty class. You gotta imagine yourself being a middle class, and then you gotta say, okay, I want to get into the wealthy class. Well, you when you look at the wealthy class kids, that ain't them. You get no offense to the wealthy class kid. I'm just saying, you want to look at the wealthy class parents, the one who actually made the wealth for them. And 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna be able to point them out of a crowd. So you get what I'm saying? You gotta have a discerning spirit then, cause if you talking about elevating sexually and all the leads, even Bruce Lee, I like saying that. But when you trying to elevate for real, you ain't trying to just date daddy rich son get riches. You trying to get past that now. You done tried that, you done that, it didn't work out. He whopped you upside of your head a couple times. You know how some of the rich kids can get run. Cause they know they gonna get away with it. You know what I'm saying? He whopped you, whop, put that number on you. Cause y'all wild or whatever. Well, you can't. You want to look at, and normally the parents is very humble, and they be trying to tell they daughters and their sons to calm down, but so you trying to get to that part. So when you look at their elevation of vibration alone, you'll know what you're not gonna be able to see this. You gotta see this spiritual. You gonna know that they don't deal with low vibrational people, including their own kids. They do and they don't. They support them, talk to them, try to help them better themselves, but they are not going down that road with them. And whoever their kids is riding, the parents ain't dick riding. I mean, the mama probably is every now and again, but it don't. It just all depends, bro. You just gotta look at the elevation and the vibration. And when you're looking at energy, you trying to elevate that energy. When you finally get to that level, to where you a poverty person, but you can literally have a sexual relationship with a wealthy person. And ain't no if, ain't nobody saying that, ain't no bad about it. Don't nobody, well, they pinching me. I'm saying it wrong. Hold on. Well, it ain't about having. Well, I'm trying to make a point here. Like, you might not get to have a sexual relationship with a wealthy person. I'm just saying. When you look at the sexual relationship that a true wealthy person have, don't look into their sexual relationship or nothing like that. I'm just saying they're not gonna be out here sharing DNA with everybody. So you gotta look at it like that. So it's like they looking at it like me. They looking at DNA basically. Long story short, and that they looking at, do these people take care of themselves? Do these people Are these people sleeping with people because of what they got? Are these people sleeping with people to get ahead? And there's so many people doing that. You got to cipher through so many people that does that. You got to cipher through so many people that does that. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. Uh, if you're trying to look with your physical eyes, only with your physical eyes, you're not going to be able to cipher through all this 8.2 billion people out here. So, um, you got to look at do they take care of themselves, like how they watching me, really not do that though, like watching me with cameras. You know, they saying, hey man, do he sleep with kids? Is he bisexual? uh you know, they got the cameras in here to watch to see, is he this, is he that way? And of course they know I ain't, but the problem is that once they know you ain't, still will they swap your energy with somebody else? So that's a different story though. But at the end of the day, they see the facts. No, I don't do none of that. So if you're a spiritualist, if you're a spiritually evolved person and you got gifts, that's when they really gonna kick in. And then you know for a fact this person don't do that to kids. You know for a fact this person take care of kids, good with kids, male or female. You know for a fact this person not no whore. You know for a fact this person don't sleep with people for money. You know for a fact this person don't sleep with people to use them to get ahead. So that's why I say it's tricks in certain things that we teach each other. Like when they say only deal with people who got more than you. Okay. And then they mean that too as in lovers. You know, my grandpa used to tell me all the time, if you two ain't got shit, you can't have shit. But you gotta really have a discerning spirit with something like that, because you could have a little something. To me, ain't nobody black got nothing, even the wealthy one. Because when I look into the wealthy blacks, like I don't see where the revenue coming from. And when I get too close to getting ready to see where the revenue coming from, I back out of it because I realize they doing something real dumb just to get the revenue. And I don't want to do that. Like, what are jobs that if you a billionaire black, why ain't you investing? Well, you ain't own no corporation. You don't own no mills. You don't own nothing that's giving people jobs. Where the hell is this money coming from? I don't like to deal with people like that. You don't own a new different BET. You ain't got a new different BET talking that's going to employ people and give people good paying jobs. What the hell are you doing to revenue money? When you look into another nationality that revenue money, you see where it come from. They own franchises. They got this. They got that. Oh, I own Milliken. Oh, I own McDonald's. I own Walmart. And them franchises really. So that kind of label speak for itself. The problem is that it's a lot. When I was moving up in the business world, I started getting hit with all kind of crazy. They would tell me all kind of. Basically, they were telling me, in short, like you ain't gonna make it, cause it's a plan against y'all, like a written plan document, like it's some paperwork that I don't know about. And by the time me and my ex-wife were getting to that, she started stabbing me in my back. She stabbed me in my back about 20 swords, 30 swords. And hell, I would talk to her. It got to the point where I would talk to her about these situations because it was a situation we need to talk about because we was in real estate stuff. And she was just blah, 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 all that extra shit. And like she had it. But she had so much on her plate taking care of other men. So she couldn't take care of her own man no more. So that foundation broke down, that tower fell. And it was falling while she was on her knees. 10:01 when I said that. And we had a beautiful family, y'all. That girl, but somebody did what she did. She ripped her eyes out of her head like them people in hell and throw them in the trash can. She just went bonkers. And that's why I be putting them boy business out. Cause when I started investigating them dudes, cause these dudes were turning out good women. Not saying my ex-wife was one, but I know a lot of good women that fell under these dudes. Best like this dude kept following. That's why I told you, little buddy. And next one, I'm gonna be with when I get with a woman, I'm gonna be with a woman, and I'm gonna love her down real good, and I'm gonna know she gonna love me. And as soon as I got her solid, I'm gonna look for you secretly. I was just saying, I'm not gonna look for you. I ain't gonna look for you. But if I find out you follow, cause you know after so many women, I realized you was following me. That's what I am gonna look for. And if I find any just a glimpse of your footsteps behind me, you ain't gotta worry about looking for me no more. I'm coming to your front door in broad daylight. That didn't make no sense. The women I was with, you wasn't even interested in. You was just hell bent on turning them out so they could be your servants. And that means you was a bum. You thought you was a pimp, but the real pimps I know always congratulated good women and supported them and made sure they didn't sleep with them good women. You took it upon yourself to turn out good women because you knew you could manipulate good women. Ain't no great pimp, ain't no great player, ain't nobody in their right mind gonna do that. You are pure evil, just like your family was. So while you sitting there looking for my next one, I'm gonna be looking for you, buddy. All y'all little punks. Alright, I'm gonna stop. I don't know why them hell. I don't know what made them boys. Never mind. I'm gonna let it go. I can't believe y'all walked up on me like that. That's why y'all be hiding, bro. That was ridiculously stupid. One thing about my hood and one thing about people around me, if we didn't deal with each other, they knew we did. We knew not to cross one another. Y'all sitting there tiptoeing in my backyard and expect me not to say nothing. You a bunch of weaklings, opposite of a real, and you gonna tiptoe in somebody's backyard like me. And not only did you do it, if you're doing it with different women, I'm a person, I'm a one-woman man. So I'm staying with a woman at least 2 years up to 5 years. That means you following me that long. And we barely say hey to each other when we see each other. Bro, I wanted to be quiet storm like this right here. When I get my next woman, I probably won't be here anyway. But when I get my next woman, I want it to be just like this right here. And if I even slick see you, any kind of, let me just shut up. I ain't even gonna talk about it. We're gonna wait till that bridge will come and you will have to cross it. So I'm gonna just be quiet and let time speak for itself. Anyway, what was I at? But yeah, when you finding when you trying to elevate, so when you elevate to this point and you finally with the proper DNA, you gonna realize whether you male or female. Like back when you was on a lower vibration, you had 20, 30 men, 40 men you could choose to every day to sleep with probably if you wanted to. But you gonna notice no matter who you are, when you elevate to this next elevation, when you actually elevate your whole vibration, you ain't gonna have a five men, 5 women at the most. And then that's gonna still be considered a hoe in that vibration. But you must understand as who you are, who you is, that's elevation. It shouldn't work if you still thinking about these 20 men's after you done elevated to this new vibration, then you gonna descend again. You gonna have to go back. You gonna do things to keep you gonna do things to make you descend back into that lower vibration to the 20 men. Once you do that, all the excel frequencies, all the new frequencies you got that came with your new elevation will drop. So it's like if you get up to this elevation to steal money from somebody, that's it. And you worked hard to get up there. You knew how to get there, so you did that. You said, I'm gonna get up there, I'm gonna rob this guy. You did, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And most time I done ran into this situation with prostitutes, hit like down bitches. And they know exactly how to get there. And that's what puzzled me. If a down bitch, back in my days, a down woman would try to prevent women from going that route. But these days, they trying to show women how to break themselves down. And that ain't right. So it's like the down woman should get up there just to rob somebody. And she got the money, but she know off top. She ain't got much to choose from to sleep with. Whether she with me or not. She know the energy, literally. She just purposely got up there to that next elevation just to rob somebody. So what happened is she probably got the money, but she started descending. So all the natural energy that was around her that was protecting the energy, including the money that was part of that energy, is no longer protecting her. So when she finally get to that back down to that vibration with them 20 bombs that she would normally like to kick it with, they gonna devour her. I hope y'all got that. That go for male or female. I talk female. Like I said, I'm a one-way man. I go this way. Shit, ain't got time for all that. I'm a one-woman man as well. I just don't have the time. Now I'll be a man friend with benefit. If I go 5 to 10 years, I go 5 to 10 years with just friend with benefit maybe. But then when God tell me enough is enough, you need to find one lover, and that's it. God pretty strict on me like my big brother Jesus, bro. And I gotta walk it like Jesus did. You know, I'll never be better, but I better try to get there. And which will not happen. But trying to get there is definitely good enough for our Father. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to incorporate God into reality of what we live in. Because when you just read the Bible and if you ain't decoding it, you gonna look at it like Jesus now had some kind of special powers to keep them. No, I'm trying to show y'all I ain't got, you see my situation. You people gotta actually love you, show love to you. See, back then we didn't have hot rods, nice cars and stuff, different clothes. They all wore the same thing pretty much. So it wasn't like you got that and you got that. You know, they had that, but it wasn't as broad as it is today. So 9 times out of 10, everybody was gonna have the same thing. It was very rare you see somebody with some kind of garment nobody else can afford, and they were probably on the king, queen status stuff. And that was like noticeable in those times. You gonna know when a king or a queen come through. These days, somebody with money come through look just as good as a king or a queen. So it's just bonkers. So you truly, truly gotta have a heart of God. You truly, truly gotta have a heart of gold. You gotta your heart and your mind gotta become one. You know, and the only way you're gonna get to that, like I said, this is a fine line right here that I'm in. I would have had to go through this. The next level I want to be at is wealthy. So for me to be black, wealthy, and truthfully earning, I would have had to go through this phase right here where it's just torturous automatically. I was going to have to go through this. And I would have had to go through it humbly. Every time I fail, every time somebody kicked me down, I was going to have to handle it like a man. I couldn't go take it from you. I couldn't blame it on you. I couldn't take it from them. I couldn't blame it on them. I had to handle it like a man, no matter if it ended up humiliation, you know, in my hand. It's just, you know, how is you going to deal with it now that you humiliated? And that's why I started out, when I knew I was going to come in here like this, I started out humiliating myself the worst way. So the rest of the humiliation would be nothing. It was like a trick of the mind. All right, what's a every man weakest link, you know? Boom, I go on there with that, tackle that. Boom, I got through that little phase because I knew I was gonna get attacked by all the good fine women, and but which was easy because I prepared for it my whole life because I was pretty much a ladies' man, and I would have to go around and I would have to look bad just to keep them off of me, because I had everything I wanted. like them little videos they used to show with the car and the woman see the car and all that. Shit, I was driving to school and I was driving to school in junior high. Like I said, I had a Caprice with Dayton's and Vols on it in junior high school before I was old enough to have a license. So that right there let you know what time it was. So I can have any woman I wanted. And just to keep, it got to the point where just to keep my boys happy and keep them from even hating on me, I would have to downgrade myself. Like I already had the car, I had the drugs, I had everything I needed, I had money. The least I can do for them and not dress so good and not have my hair so good. That's just, I know it sounds crazy, but it was like, I'm trying to live through this. You get what I'm saying? Because I ain't have nobody to fall back on. When you don't have nobody to fall back on, when you ain't got a lover to fall back, I ain't got nobody to call. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got nobody to fall back on. You ain't got nobody. All you got is God. That means all you got is God and your ancestors. They in the spiritual. Feel what I'm saying? Yeah, they can help me in the physical through some supernatural events, but at the end of the day, they in the spiritual. I ain't have a soul in the physical to really lean on, and all my boys leaned it on me. So if I fell off, they were gonna fall off. Feel what I'm saying? So I had to play that narrow. I had to drive that narrow road from the beginning. So that's why I was already loving myself. That's why, like, now I hear people always say, why he ain't this and why he ain't that? And you could tell that I truly love myself. I had to practice this years ago because I was in this program to be tortured to death. And the only ones who broke me down was my lovers. And that's why I keep pushing them all away. You got to really be a strong, elevated lover coming at me this time. And I know you had to go through the briar patch to get to me. And that way I know you ain't trying to just put me in a box, lock me up, and sacrifice me like the rest of them. Because every lover up to this point done tried to sacrifice me. Waking up in the middle of the night trying to stab me and shit. I don't want to go through that no more, man. I'm getting too old for that. I might just be too damn tired to sleep. And you might just finally get that knife inside of me. I don't want to go through that no more. Not at all. I gotta get up, y'all, and work out. They want me to get up for a whole day. I don't want to get up the whole day. I like to sleep. I love to sleep. I love to sleep, y'all. I love to sleep because I ain't had no sleep in a long time because I've been doing too much curricular activity stuff to keep me up. But I can't sleep like that neither because I can sleep a century away. Because y'all kind of bore me. Even if I had money and could do whatever I want, I probably still would get bored around y'all. And that's another thing, like, that's why the relationships with y'all ain't working out. It's like, y'all go through all this hell to find a lover. And you find a lover, you put them in the box, you test the lover. And the whole game in this shit take about 5, 6, 7, 10 years. And your lover don't know you torturing them to death so you can make sure they're a good lover. Parents must put that together, which I guess that's understandable. But anyway, you go through all that hard shit, but the problem with that is that you went through all that to find a lover. By the time you get with the lover, you don't even know what to do. The lover do. You gave the lover plenty of time to figure out what he gonna do or what she gonna do when she finally get with her lover. But since you spent most of your time torturing the lover, you ain't got a clue on what to do once you get the lover. Because your whole focal point was to torture the lover. And now that you done torture the lover, you trying to find another lover to torture. That don't work like that. That's what I'm saying. You can't take that attitude to the next elevation. That next elevation, you gotta love yourself. As long as you love yourself, you ain't gonna have a problem finding no lover. Like I said, I was born around pimp players and hoes. I know how men ruthlessly treated women. And I knew a lot of women who liked the ruthless men. But I had 7 sisters, and I had to protect them as well as my girlfriends and everybody else. So I was more on the protected side of that. And the worst thing I could do for them was give them hell verbally. You know how y'all melanated women get. And sometimes that wasn't good enough. I done had plenty of women tell me, I want you to rock me, like talking about me, beat their head in and sleep with her. I used to go ahead and just grab them by the arm and I'd talk to them, put my arm around their head, talk to them, love on them, and I'd walk towards the door. And I said, let's go outside and smoke one real quick. And we'll walk outside, and I shut the door behind her and lock that motherfucker. Cause I ain't got time, or they'll kick the door for a while, cause they strong. They'll kick the door for a while, then they'll knock it off the hinge and maybe throw a brick through the window. But then they'll leave, cause after they throw that brick through the window, somebody will call the law. Stuff like that. Cause I'm not finna go through that, y'all. When you get in a relationship, if you truly love one another, you get in a relationship for love. Now it's time to build what you never could. Now it's time to work on your dream. It's like everybody got a dream, but it's like they don't know when it's time to try to fulfill the dream. The perfect time to try to fulfill the dream is when you finally find a lover. Because if that lover don't want to help you fulfill your dream, then guess what? You're not with your lover. If that lover making excuses to go around your dream, you're not with your lover. If that lover ain't trying to sit down and have a good conversation with you about your dream and work out a blueprint on how they can get to the dream and get with the dream and y'all work on the dream together, they might not be the lover you need to be with. Because by the time you get with your lover, y'all shouldn't be damn debating on the home, all the foundation shit gonna build itself. You should be thinking about a dream. Fulfilling y'all dream together. Like me. Like I said, I done did all my stuff. This my last dream right here. I'm fulfilling it right now in front of everybody's eyes. So I'm done. By the time if I decide to get in a relationship and I get with a lover, I'm 9 times out of 10 pour all my energy in that woman. I ain't gonna have to worry about no friends in my ear because I ain't got none. I ain't gonna have to worry about no family in my ear because I ain't got none. I ain't gonna have to worry about calling nobody about the situation because I ain't got nobody to call about the situation. Never had none. I ain't looking for somebody because I got one friend that I need to call on to handle all my situation. That's God. It's gonna always be God, and ain't nobody in this world gonna be able to replace that. And that's one of the main reasons why I ain't signed now. Cause like I said, it's damn near against the law to talk about God in a job atmosphere. So if a job hire me and I'm talking about God, I'm good. If I'm dealing with a business and they let me talk about God, we good. But if you already trying to stop me at the door and filter me and God from the door or before I get in the door, we ain't good. And I'm not going over there with you. And I die piss poor broke without a window to throw it out of before I even think about going over there with you and turning on my father. And I die with the desert before I turn on my father. So, peace and love out there.